Hola a todos, this is Dhwani. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to be talking about how listening to Spanish songs helped me make my pronunciation better, helped me get that sort of an accent. I am going to be revealing my accent in this video, so stay tuned. Okay, so I have been listening to Spanish songs since like 6 to 7 years. I think my first Spanish song was Chantaje by Shakira and Maluma. And my first unofficial song I would consider was Ginza by J Balvin. I do not remember where I heard it. I think it was either musically or a musically video or on the radio. But the chances of me listening it on the radio are very slim because I live in India and they probably wouldn't play that song in 2016. So yeah, musically it is. I must have been in the car when I heard this song. Actually, you can let me know the Spanish songs you like in the comments and I'll try my best to listen to them. So yeah. So the Spanish songs were always constant, but I also listened to music of different languages as well, like Albanian, Korean, German, Dutch, Portuguese, Italian, Filipino, and a lot more. I do not remember right now. And I would say that it is not always about knowing the language to feel the songs. I mean, it is more about the rhythm. But then again, I had this urge to know the translations, know the translation of the lyrics, and mainly for the Spanish songs because they were easy to, catch on to. I don't know why, but it was mostly for the Spanish songs that I had this feeling. I caught on to a few words in the beginning, like cuatro and corazón. Maluma used to use these two words, either of these two words in his songs, like every time. I don't know what was his obsession with these words. The word cuatro and corazón, which means heart. So yeah, so songs were like a stepping stone for me. I would say, like in making my pronunciation much better than before. I mean, I didn't even have an accent for Spanish, but that and understand how certain letters are pronounced in different parts of the world, Hispanic countries basically, Spain and Hispanic countries. So I could not particularly differentiate it geographically, but based on the singers, of course. For example, if I heard a song by a singer who is based in Puerto Rico, I would automatically assume that this is the accent of Puerto Rico. So that is how I made my assumptions. Listening to songs, of course, helped me with the pronunciation. Like the letters S, Z, and C. They sound like TH, th, in Spain mainly. So this is what I figured. But not always, of course. But since you start hearing songs, you get to understand where are the parts you use these pronunciations and where you don't. It is mainly when these letters are put in between the word, that is when they have this sort of a pronunciation, not in the ending. I mean, this comes with time. This comes after you've been, getting in that zone. Second example is how they shorten the letters, so shorten the words. For example, para mí becomes pa mí, todas las cosas becomes toda la cosa. It's like this. And another is hasta que. I've heard this as well. It becomes hasta que. So, and this is something that I've figured that happens in not only in Spain but also in Latin America. And in fact, this is more prominent in Latin America, that there are certain variations of speaking one word. So that. For example, there's a song by Enrique and there's a song by Ozuna. Ozuna is from Latin America, Enrique is from Spain. So you would hear the differences in the pronunciation. My recommendation to everyone is to hear the language and shadow it as much as you can. And hearing the song is the best way you can do that, because you catch on to the melody of the song. I mean, you catch on to that rhythm, and it becomes easier for you to memorize the words. And as compared to series or movies that you watch, it is much easier for you to learn the language through the songs than the series, because they might end up being boring for you, or you might lose interest in a while. But songs, you have a certain attention span as well, right? So for songs, you, if it is catchy for you, then you can just listen to it. If it is not, you can just skip it to the next song, right? You can find the next best thing for you. Oh, it fell. I thought I wore it correctly. Wait. So in the process of listening to the song, you unconsciously, get it in your system. So you tend to learn it, you tend to, I would say, vibe to it. So you learn it better than watching movies or series. Of course, I'm not saying that watching movies or something, it's not a good way to learn a language, but when you're beginning to learn a language, I would suggest you go for the songs, because you have lesser attention span and in the beginning, and songs are the best way to catch on to that attention rather than movies. And movies, you have to research whether the plot is good, but what not. With songs, you can just skip and go on to the next one. You won't even care. So I mean, from that perspective, I would suggest going for songs first. And it goes for every language, I would say, from my perspective. And again, it is a great practice for vocabulary as well. Of course, the vocabulary, it is limited. You get to know few words, but those few words, they remain imprinted on your mind if you listen to a good song that is of your taste. So whether it's the hook, whether it's the title of the song, it just remains with you. It doesn't matter, you're in the process of learning, it's fine. Take it slow, take it easy. So that is what I would suggest. That is what my perspective is, and how I started into this whole language learning process. Eso es todo. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.